there is a forest that locals refuse to enter after sunset. They call it Asterisk, the Whispering Canopy Asterisk. Travelers who dared to cross its borders spoke of voices that did not belong to any living creature, of shadows that moved even when the wind was still, and of eyes that glowed faintly between the trees. One autumn evening, a young man named Daniel ignored every warning. He was not a believer in folklore. He wanted proof, something he could record, something that would make him famous. With a flashlight, a camera, and a stubborn heart, he stepped into the forest just as the last light of day disappeared. The deeper he walked, the quieter the world became. No birds, no insects, not even the rustle of leaves. Only the crunch of his boots on the damp ground. He noticed the trees were impossibly tall, their branches weaving together so tightly that the sky was gone. It felt like walking under a cathedral built not by men, but by something older, something watching. Hours passed. His flashlight began to flicker. That's when he heard it, the first whisper. It was faint, like a breath against his ear. Asterisk turned back. Asterisk, he spun around. No one was there. The beam of his light caught only endless trunks stretching into darkness. He laughed nervously, convincing himself it was his imagination. But then came another whisper, clearer this time from the opposite side. Asterisk, you should not be here. Asterisk, his chest tightened. He called out, demanding whoever was there to show themselves. The forest answered with silence. Daniel pressed on, determined to prove the stories wrong. But the deeper he went, the more the forest seemed to change. The ground grew soft, almost spongy, as if he were walking on something that wasn't earth. The trees leaned inward, their bark etched with strange, twisting symbols that pulsed faintly in the dark. Suddenly, his flashlight died. He was swallowed by blackness. And in that blackness, the whispers multiplied. Dozens of voices circling him, overlapping, chanting words he could not understand. His breath quickened. He fumbled for his phone, but the screen refused to light. Then he saw them eyes. Dozens of pale, glowing eyes hovering between the trees. They blinked in unison, watching him, closing in. The whispers rose into a low, guttural hum that vibrated through his bones. Daniel ran. Branches clawed at his skin, roots grabbed at his ankles. The forest seemed alive, reshaping itself to trap him. No matter which way he turned, the path twisted back into the same clearing. And in the center of that clearing stood something tall, cloaked in shadow, its face hidden, its arms impossibly long. The whispers stopped. Silence fell heavier than before. The figure raised one hand, and Daniel's body froze. He could not move, could not breathe. The figure leaned closer, and in a voice that was not a whisper, but a roar inside his skull. The figure leaned closer, and in a voice that was not a whisper, but a roar inside his skull, it said, Asterisk, you are ours now. Asterisk, the next morning, hikers found Daniel's camera lying at the edge of the forest. The footage showed only darkness, frantic breathing, and the sound of hundreds of voices whispering in unison. His body was never found, and so the legend of the Whispering Canopy grew stronger. Locals say if you listen closely on a still night, you can hear Daniel's voice among the whispers, warning others not to enter. But of course, there are always those who don't believe. Until it's too late.